Hello guys, welcome to the studio. Now it's officially time to start, and yeah, I'm super excited to share more in detail and more in depth with you about my handpan journey and how I approach handpan, how I play handpan, what helps me to understand the handpan, what helps me to understand music in general, and yeah, to just dive deep with you. So thank you for joining, and yeah, maybe in front I just want to share, like, because I really feel that it's necessary to share that it's not so easy. I'm sitting here in my little home studio, and there's my computer, there are lights, and everything is prepared, and you are not really in front of me, and I have to get used to that feeling that I record something and then you watch it, and then like it's a bit strange, but I'm welcoming this personal challenge, and I'm already looking forward to, because what connects me with you again is to read your feedback on these videos, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to get in touch with you about everything basically. So let's go. Regarding to your questions, there were like I want to answer to them, and to go like through them step by step, and sometimes here and there I will also include like my very personal approach and how I structure the handpan and so on. We'll go really deep into that, but for the beginning, the first question which came, or a question which came, and I think it's a great way to start all of this, is to warm up. How to warm up maybe your wrists, your fingers, and your whole being, to be able to play fluently. And what I want to mention is that it really depends on why you're playing. It should always, like, your expectation and your preparation and like your effort you bring should always meet the goal you have with playing. If your goal of playing handpan is to find relaxation after work, I would recommend to just enjoy the moment and embrace the moment, and not going so much in the headspace, but like primarily letting go of the mind space and really feeling the instruments. If your goal is to be a professional musician, you maybe want to make sure that your hands are warm, like you don't hurt your body while if you play a lot, and do always the same movement. You might also want to invest a lot of time in practicing and understand more what you do and how to do it and so on. So make sure that you know what is your intention with playing handpan. For me, it's very clear. I'm like a full-time musician basically. I don't really see myself as a musician, but I'm like full-time committed to the handpan, and yeah, for that reason I invested a lot of time in that, in understanding the handpan and in bringing it all further. But as I said before, if my approach was more to find relaxation with that, I would probably play completely different. So how to warm up our fingers? Like, of course, we can roll our hands and like, relax them, swing them, shake them, like really letting go of the wrists, and making all these kinds of movements. I guess you know how to relax your fingers. And then if you want to get started on the instrument, how I always start a song or an improvisation or however you want to call it, is by finding a chord structure. So we will go much deeper into chord structures and how to really structure your playing as the time goes by, but for now we just take our instrument and then we see, okay, what could be a good base for my current mood. So a chord is basically two notes sounding at the same time. So this is a chord, this is a chord, even this is a chord. It's disharmonic, but it's still a chord. So I want to find 2, 3, 4 chords which please me, which feel good for me at the moment, and getting warm with the space this chord structure creates. So I'm playing on a D chord, probably not throughout the whole studio time, but most of the time I will have a D chord 10 with me. If you have another scale, it doesn't matter. Just transpose what I do on your instrument, should be possible. So I choose 2 and 4, and I play all chords 4 times after each other before I change to the other chord. So I play 2, 4, and I play 3, 5, 1, 3, 2, 4, and from the beginning, 2, 4, and now if I start playing something, I really want to let go first. Like, it doesn't matter which goal I have with my playing. If I take the handpan, it can be a great practice, not only a great practice for playing handpan, but also for like, I think, a healthy state of being, to let go of all the goals and all the expectations and all the wishes and all, everything that I want to reach, and really feel what I play. And for this I choose something that is very, very, very simple. So 2, 4, 3, 5, 1, 3, 2, 4, and then from the beginning 2, 4, 3, 5, 1, 3, 2, 4, and so on in a loop. And this creates space, and this creates a feeling for the music which is played. If I'm here, what can I do? This is probably one of the most common questions or most frequent questions I get asked. If I have something, how to enrich what I already have. Like here, it's very, very easy to enrich it because we have a clear structure. We have 4 chords, like 3 different chords, but our loop consists of 4 chords, and each chord consists of a bass note, which is the lower note of the 2 notes. That's the bass note, and a melody note, which is the higher note of the 2 notes. So when I play 2 and 4, 2 is my bass note and 4 is my melody note. Same on 3 and 5. 3 is my bass note and 5 is my melody note. Then I go back down to 1 and 3. 1 is my bass note, 3 is my melody note, and then I go back to 2 and 4. So I can, if I want to enrich something that I already have, I try to stay the same with a specific part of what I already played, and change another specific part of what I already have played. So if I played 2 and 4, instead of 2 and 4, I could also play 2 and 6. So the 2 stays, the bass note, the melody note changes. And then I go back to 3 and 5. 1 and 3. 2 and 4. 2 and 6. I can replace the 6 with the 8. Now I play it with the 6 again. And this I can do with every single chord. So I play 2 and 8. 3 and 7, 1 and 5, 2 and 6, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 1 and 3, 1 and 5, and 2 and 6. So you see, the bass note always remains the same while the melody note changes. And I want you to play around with this. There's so much to explore while using this concept. So we will go together a bit more deep before I tell you, okay, now it's time for you to practice. If I say practice, I don't really mean practice. It's more like to explore, to play, to enjoy what the instrument offers and what the structure can put on top of the instrument. So of course we don't necessarily need to play the 2 notes at the same time. We can also play them hand to hand. So I start with the basic variation, 2 and 4, 3 and 5. So to understand how to create a melody on top of this, like if I have the bass note and I have the melody note, and then like building on top of the bass note, there is the melody note A. I call it melody note A, melody note B, and melody note C. It's just the next notes on the side, like A, B, C. That's the bass note and that's melody note A, B, C. If my bass note is here at the 3 and 5, I have melody note A, B, C. Same here, bass note is 1 and then I have melody note A, B, C. So I use these A, B, C, like it might, like maybe you think like, okay, I don't need an A, B, C to feel music. It's completely fine, but for some people it's precious to have something they can hold on. too. So if I'm not inspired and I don't know what kind of melody I should play, I can always play like A B C B A B C B, or B C C A B B C A, whatever. Like A B C B would sound like this. While A B B C would sound like this. Or I play on the one chord A B C B and on the other chord A B B B. And like this I can create actually, like, I think endless patterns and endless melodies by my own. And this is only one chord structure, you know, like we will go through many different chord structures, and everything I was speaking about before is transposable to other chord structures as well. So like this, we have a toolbox. Like with this A, B, and C, you can basically write it down. You know, if you're just too overwhelmed with all the possibilities you have on the handpan, or you just lose track, you can write down. Okay, I play 2 and 4 as a chord, 3 and 5 as a chord, 1 and 3 as a chord, and 2 and 4 as a chord. And then I play on 2 and 4, it's the chord foundation. I play A, B, 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 and then on 3 and 5 I play A, B, C, C. You know, and you can create your little own melodies even by writing it down and then putting it on the handpan. Yeah, so this is like a very simple way for me to warm myself up and to get into the mood of playing, because there are times when I'm super like inspired and I take my instrument and I can just play and something new comes out, and you know, like I'm completely in the flow. But there are also times I have the wish to be inspired, but I am actually not. And what helps me is to really break everything down and to go to the basic, and first, like, and honestly, like finding a chord progression and connecting to this chord progression. And then I can still implement rhythm and other elements. But for the beginning, it's always actually like for 90-80% of cases, I start with this chord structure. It's a very good way to to just get into that. So I guess now it's the moment that you take a break of this video and you take your handpan and you play for at least, like, you can put your phone there and you put like timer 15 minutes, you find the chord progression and you explore this chord progression with the melody note layers of A, B, and C. And maybe like just one thing before you start. I usually take my dominant hand on the upper notes. It's not always like this, but for this exercise, or for this way of playing, it makes sense because the dominant hand is most of the times more like fluent on more notes. So and this is the one which changes between more notes. So I played it with the dominant hand, always the higher note, and I start also on the higher note with my dominant hand. And then when I go to switch to another chord, I stay on the higher note with my dominant hand. Yeah, I'm not switching like this, like that the non-dominant hand goes to the higher notes. No, I want to have my dominant hand on the higher notes. So time for you to practice, and then when you feel like, oh yeah, now I really understood, and I got the sense of what Matt said, and I also felt the chords, then you can continue with the next input.